This is the lead stuff now. So throughout the song, there's some lead guitar going on. Of course, there's no capo. It's all in standard tuning, as is the other part. But again, there's no capo. So for the first half of the song, Diener is kind of doing additional rhythm stuff, but I'll just put it under the lead category since this would be like what your second guitar player would be doing if you were playing this live, so to speak. So it's going to be a little affected, and it's cleaner. So he's going to be basically playing the same thing that Gene does throughout a lot of the first half. So for this, for example, he's going to be playing the same kind of thing, but it's down here in the open position. Right, so that's the intro. That's that whole bit. So that's going to be, right, slide up here on the B string, play that in unison with the high E. Slide back down. You don't have to slide down on that, but right, and then land on that G on the A note there. Then do that again. Then hammer on, then open, slide up to the fourth B note, and then right. So you could be playing the high E string here, the open, but it's less necessary to do that kind of stuff on this guitar part. Because you're just kind of adding to the impact of the notes here to the other guitar. So 7 on the G, 5 to 4, then do the same little, all this rhythm stuff is discussed earlier, so pluck, hammer on, pull off to the open. And then open E, open A, sorry. So he's not actually going. He's not constantly hitting that open A string. He's just hitting it once and hitting on the D string second, fourth, sliding up and hitting fifth, going back to fourth. And he's just repeating that. Now for the verse, he's just going to strum out the basic chords. So it's the same chords, but it's in the open position here. So A minor. He's going to hit a D7. And then the next chord's an F7. Again, I'll do the same chords, just the open position. I'd like to sort of hit that upper note on the B string afterwards, because I think he just kind of hits it, and then maybe he like strums the lower notes and then hits that or something. That's kind of how I feel. And then A minor, F7, dominant 7, and then A minor again, then F, then C, E7. And he may or may not be hitting this note on the B string, the D note. I, again, tend to emphasize the lower strings there, because it's adding body to, when you're capoed up here, you don't get as much low end in that respect. He's doing that like B7 shape way up here, which again is E7, it's just a different voicing. And then so that's all the parts of the verse, right? There's that part, and the little, so that's the verse. And again, just like the rhythm, the second half of the verse is slightly abridged, where you just do that F twice. right? And then the chorus, again, same thing, but we're on the open position, so it's a C shape. It's basically the exact same thing you did with the rhythm, except, different positions, so same fingering and the same everything. You just move down to the A, D, and G strings. So then, so third, second, open, then second, open, open, then open, second, second, and back to this, second, open, open, then do that again, then open, second, open, and now D, just normal D, and then later on the last chorus, he actually arpeggiates that, and he goes the same chord, and then he goes over again. Up to that point and hits another E7. Okay, so that's basically the stuff for the first half of the song, all the background additional rhythm stuff, but classified as lead. So now we can get into the lead stuff. Now there's lots of stuff to go over. There's lots of stuff that I'm not going over because it's basically auxiliary stuff that there's not really a practical way to fit that in live if you're doing that, and it's more just to add like this wall of sort of chaotic harmony and stuff, which sounds beautiful, but there's not really much point in trying to teach that kind of stuff note for note. I'll be teaching all the main stuff and sort of the stuff that adds more of a defined layer of harmony and whatnot. And a lot of the guitar is very affected and could even be like synthesizer or something, but I'm pretty sure it's guitar, all the stuff that I'm teaching for the most part. So I'll do the first, before going into the bridge, I'll do all the lead stuff that's sort of in the background. So the first kind of thing that you hear, it starts in the second verse. So, and a lot of this stuff has octaves and stuff on it, so I'll just be teaching the single note version of it. So first thing you hear is in the second verse, you hear this little melody. Right, a lot of it's simple melody stuff like that. So start off on the C note here on 13B. Sorry. There you go. Slide up to the 17, 15, 13, 12. And then I go here. You could also do here. On the B, I'm going 14 on the G. And then soon after that, and it goes back into the chorus there. So that's 11, 12, 10, sorry, 9, back to 11. Slide down and go to the C here on the 5th fret. Then 4th, 2nd, then go up here, 5th fret, hit that twice. Hit that twice on the 4th, and slide up here on the 7th, and then 9th. Right? And that's pretty much the little stuff in the background that adds to it, and a lot of keys stuff, so very dense sound. And then we get to the bridge. So there's the main melody. There's kind of what Diener plays live, which is the main melody stuff, which is really what to focus on. That beautiful melody, right? And on the record, I would almost say it's like maybe it could be a 12-string guitar because it has that sort of doubled sound to it, but not actually doubled like two different takes. More like the two strings ring in unison. So right? So B string, I like to play it like that because if you're... Oh, and also... Sorry, the very end of the chorus, I forgot to add in this little bit. So... That's right before the bridge. That's the very last part of the last chorus. So that's just hitting that A note on the B string, 10th fret, and going to the G string on the 9th fret. Adding some vibrato on that. At least I hear that. Then when the chord switches over to that E7 for the last time of the verse, you slide down there to that D note, and then so you just alternate between those. So that's that part. Sorry, I almost let that slip out of my mind. So this main melody. So since you're down there, I prefer to just start on the B string here. G note to A note here on the B string. 8th. 10 twice. And back to 8th and 10. And then go up here. Right? You also go. Right, so 13, 12 on the B, and then you go. Right, so, and then just do that, but you're starting off here. And then what he kind of does live. Right, so descending there. Right. You got the 14th fret on the D there. Then 15. 12 at the D. Then 14. Then I go there on the A string, 15th. It might be more accurate to go on the D string 10 there, though, so same note, but whatever. Right, so we're going to start this melody. Right, so raking in here. Or frapping, as Diener says, on the 15th of the E, then B to C on the B string, 12 to 13, and make sure that you have a very staccato some of this. You make sure that you're sort of stopping, deadening the note to a degree. You don't want it to go. Not just yet. Right, so there's some vibrato on that on the 15 of the B. Then 12 to 14 on the G. Same thing on the D. Then go down to 10 to 12. And do a little bendy on the 12. Alright, so ends up on 12 of the A, and then he kind of does that again, and then he's gonna, right, so 12 on the B, then 15, then 12, then 15 again, 12 on the E, back to 15 on B, then 12 to 13. Let that ring out or whatever. And then live, he's going to do something like this, basically. Then he goes into that bit. So if you want to do that, be more like how he does it live, then you can just go ahead and like 12 there on the G and slide down. 9, and then and then that note on the 10 of the D. Same note on the A string. Slide down to 7. You can slide down to the A string there. Sounds a bit more natural, I find. But if you just want to keep it more in the same position, do that same note on that fret of the E string. And he's going to do this bit. Right, so this is just a C chord that's happening. So 13 of the B, then 12 on the E, 12, 13, 12, 15, 12. And there's just loops. Right? And then he switches over. It's the exact same pattern, but he's going to do it on the A minor here. So you're on the 10th fret of the B, then 8th to 10 to 8, then 12, back to 8. Exact same pattern. Right, and I forgot to mention, sorry, I keep forgetting, but I think generally if you want to be more faithful to how he does that leading into this, as I said before, he does more so that kind of thing live, but on the album it's more like he hangs out there and he goes up to 12. Right? Hangs out on that note on the, slides up to it on the 16th of the G. So that's just, wanted to mention that. Anyway, so as we go into this, sort of he leads into, I guess you call it the outro solo here. He leads into it differently live, but on the album he basically starts it off by going after... That's how he leads into it on the record. So, starting on the A note on the 12 of the G, then, 14, then 12 to 13 on the B, then 15 B, then 12, 13 on the E, and then we start the sort of ending on that 15th of the high E. We're going to hit it twice. Like that. You don't want to go. You don't want to go. You want to go. Right? A bit more of like almost a swing kind of. Right? So, same kind of thing that you did earlier. So, 15. Then on the B string there. Then G string. Basically the same thing you did before. And then when you get to this point, gonna add a bit more stank on that bendy that you do on the 12 of the D. Right, so bend up, like pluck, bend up, and then come back down. Then pull off at that 12, and then hit the 10 on the D again. And then he's gonna go. Right, so slide up on that 14 the D, 12 to 14 on the G, then 13 on the B, bend up, full step on the B string, 15th fret there, same fret hit on the high E, and bend back down on that B string. Hit that B string twice on the 13th fret when you come back down. And then you're going to hit that note and the 14 of the G, the A note. And he's going to basically do the same thing again. After he hits that note, he's going to go. Then after he's going to come back up here again. Right, so he's going to do this instead of going. He's going to go. He's going to kind of go little, not quite a full step bend, and then he's going to do a full step bend after that. And then he's going to end it by going like this. Sorry. Right, so 15 on the E, 12, 13, 15, 12, 15, 13. And it's going to slow down there, so something like that. There's also, of all the sort of crazy guitar tracks that are there, I think one that's sort of sticks out is, you remember this? Right, so there's a clean guitar. It almost sounds like that. Has that kind of faux sitar sound that you hear on like Tried and True. It has that kind of sound to it. It comes very towards near the end of the solo. It's not there the whole time. Again, it's very much in the background, but it's so again, that same melody as before. I'm sorry, it's not doing the melody, it's doing the same rhythm as... So it's actually going... And it's going to go... It's going to end the song by doing that. Just a neat little harmony bit that's in there. Ends on the 5th fret of the E string. And that's the song. Lots of stuff going on. It's a legendary song for a reason among the Ween canon. It's certainly awesome, and thank you very much for watching and learning. Hope I could help you with this one. Thank you.